let's hope that this thing is working. Let's hope that. I decided to take my paintbrush to develop my thoughts. Usually I move, or maybe I'm neurodivergent. For sure I'm something. I noticed that for me it's easier to articulate my thoughts when I'm doing something else. Meanwhile, that something else can be whatever. Usually I like painting while I'm talking. If you're talking and sharing, I can paint, or I can do something with my hands and I can let my mind flow. There has to be something. there has there has to be something, but I'm not one that likes names, and I don't like that we have become a society that we put names. We are just humans, we are different. Of course that we are going to have different traits for ourselves and different ways how we can handle ourselves. I took this one because I like more when the voice is close. I hope it's not too bad. It's okay, I'm experimenting. That's why I'm doing this thing, so I can learn. I'm gonna show you. So, firstly, I wanted to talk about free will today. I wanted to expand that thought with myself and with you. It's so amazing how brain can function. Today, not today, last week, last 7 days, I participated in two talkings or gatherings or trainings that were how to grow on social media, and so far, personally, I didn't want to grow on social media. I was just sharing for myself, and I'm still sharing for myself. I'm very surprised when people engage with my content, not only here but also in other social media platforms. And I'm like, are you guys seeing this? My first opinion is like, are you guys seeing this? Yes, people are. So I understood that I have to shift my thought from posting for myself to posting for myself and to share, because there are people that that my sharing is worth it. There are people that would appreciate my sharing my stories, or how can I say that? I don't want to say need, but I know that they would be also very valuable and worthy for some people. So that's nice. I would like to have someone that would say to me, girl, this thing can be easier. You can just take a turn left instead of going up and down and left and right and then just take it left finally. So I noticed that I have to work with that thing. And I was terrified of being seen last week, when I had that not meeting, it was with a group of people. I had anxiety, I was anxious, because that was my first time of me taking myself seriously in this aspect. Because if it comes to others, you know how serious I am if I work for someone? You know how serious I am and how that work has to be done? That work has to be done if I work for someone else. But when it comes to myself, it's like it's too much, you know. It's not too much, that's the whole point. It's not too much. You're giving away 8 hours per day for someone else, where you're not going to do that thing for yourself, my dear. So this is how simple it is. If I would invest 8 hours per day on my, not 8, 4 hours, everyone, if we would invest that time for ourselves, in ourselves, you would for sure level up. Fuck up, level up. You would know like others know, and I would know like others know. So yeah, apparently I want to know. As we can see, apparently I want to know. I want to make a good life for myself. I want to be free. I don't want to have someone to say to me like, do this. I knew that thing for a long time. I work since 14 years old. 14 years old with a pay. I was getting paid from 14 years old. So I know that if when it comes to for someone else, I'm gonna make a living by working for someone else, for sure. There is no doubt. In a way or another, I will find a job. I will be good with some. I'm good at a lot of things, but I don't have a doubt in my mind that I can be I can make a living by working for someone else. When it comes to work for myself, it's like, do we do that? How do we do that? And that's true. How do we do that? Because I was raised, and we all were raised in a society that taught us how to be good for other people, but not ourselves. Yeah, who are you to think that you can do that living for yourself, that you can make a good life for yourself by yourself without having to trade 8 hours per day? And I another thing, I 8 hours per day, it was great on the 1890s, because people were working 20 hours per day. And one guy, that I forgot his name, but I can find his name, one guy said, look guys, not anymore 20 hours per day every day. You are going to work 8 hours per day, 5 days per week. Okay, are you satisfied? So it was good 200 years ago. But today, I don't agree with that thing. Like, I don't agree with that thing. I have an active life. I don't know what is called active life, but I'm gonna tell you what life do I have. I have an active life. I go to work, I go to training, I go sometimes out with friends. So with friends is not very much active, to be honest. I do have friends and I go out sometimes with them, but not that much for 1 year and up until now. And this has been purposely. In my case, I chose to not do that thing. And I train, I take care of myself, I go to some activities that are that can be done and I'm interested in. I'm preparing for a show also, and I'm cooking for myself every single day of this week, of every week. I'm cooking for, so that's also active because it goes 1 hour. Now, for example, I'm waiting for a soup, for my soup to be ready. I already put it in, now I'm waiting for it to be ready. So this is what I'm calling active, on the sense that I do things for myself. I'm not going out with people and all of this purposely, because I don't know what's the point on that as well. What's the point? Like, what am I? My brain functions in a way that what is the exchange and what is my profit in this transaction? Because exchanging time is a transaction. What's my profit? What am I gaining by going out with you? It doesn't matter who you are. You can be a friend, a partner, a person that is interested in me, or I'm interested in that person to get to know. What is the transaction? What am I winning? For everyone. And this is how I want to keep it. I don't want to go out with someone in no way, under no circumstances that I will be, oh, that was terrible. I felt like I was missing my time. I don't like that. I like investing my time. I like being with people that when that sitting is done, I feel better in a way or another, that I spend that time with those persons. And I don't mean this in a way that, oh, don't stay with people are worthless. No, people are very much worthy. I love people sometimes don't. But today, apparently, I'm in a good day. I love getting to exchange ideas and thoughts and share experiences and share parts of ourselves with people. I love that. Yeah, I love that. But that has to be worthy. You have to be worthy of my time as a friend as well. And sometimes I was catching myself on the repetition of going out with friends. Not often, not very often, maybe once in 2 weeks. And I was like, it's the same fucking old story. I don't know why I'm even doing that. I was genuinely this far of telling my friends, like, girl, why are we are discussing the same things? Maybe it's coming also from me, maybe it's me, maybe it's you, maybe, I don't know. What are we supposed to do? I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I didn't do that because anyway, life split us, and I knew that the life was going to divide our paths. And that's why I kept going, to be honest. That's why I kept going. I was like, in 2 months my friend, or in 1 year my friend will not be here anymore. It's in 6 months, so I want to make the most of my time with them. Good old times. Good old times. Apparently this is not about free will. Yeah, it turned out differently. So this is how it works for me. I want things to be worth it. It's since I worked from 14 years old. I'm today 26 years old, and work has played a major role in my life, as you can see. I'm who I am because of the fact that I work from that age. And I've met more than thousands of people. Maybe it's like six figures. I met so many people in my life that I can't even tell. And each one of them leaves something and takes something, and you exchange something. You exchange something with them. Because I was working with people. For 10 years, I was working in hospitality in different sectors. So I was so shy before that. I was so shy. I was always me, but I was so shy because I was a ginger girl, and ginger girls are outcasts. So we're outcasts because now we are cool, apparently. Now, oh my god, you're a ginger. Of course, that if you will see a ginger person, that person is cool. Like, that person should be the funniest person that you've met in your life. One of the funniest, at least. We got bullied heavily. To the point that I'm aware that I'm pale, I'm white. Like, I'm more white than it's albinos, gingers, blondes, and then they are those with dark and features, darker features. If someone will say to me, are you white, or are you in the middle, or are you black, or whatever, I don't get identified as white, because my white peers heavily bullied me. So I'm like, am I white? Like, I'm aware that my skin has this pigment, but I was outcasted from my own people in a small city or town. It doesn't matter. And funny fact is that every ginger that I met, because it happened that I met some gingers in my life. So firstly, they are all cool. They are fucking super cool. I love them. I love gingers. Secondly, we all got bullied. I have also a sister that is ginger. And I was like, did you get bullied at school? She told me no, but somehow I didn't trust her. I have to ask her again. After some years. So, yeah. Life is interesting. I like life. Life is interesting. I like life. 2 times in a row, like a referendum. And about free will, apparently I'm gonna talk for free will because I forgot what I was talking before. So let's go. Let's get into that. I always think, do we have free will actually in this world? So I'm one that believes that I chose to come here with the parents that I had, on the place that I got born, with circumstances that I had, and all of this. Not everything like, oh, everything happens like this. No. But I chose to get born into the family that I was born, and all of this with the siblings and all of these things. And this comes after years of me not being pleased with the place that I was born and how things were functioning. Let me fix my hair. So those are years. And then after just seeing things for what they are, just seeing my parents for who they are, and for the values that they gave me, and the values that they raised me, and the heart that they have, I was like, and this was after my teenage years. This realization, of course, it was after my teenage years, because my teenage years were, who are you guys? Like most of the people, I guess. Who are you guys? You don't know anything. You don't want to let me free. You don't want to let me be. And I was also born in a highly patriarchal society. So I'm the firstborn daughter as well, and I have other siblings. I have three more sisters and 2 other brothers, which are younger than me. And it was like a need that I have to break free. I have to break free from this thing. I have to break free from these things that are put upon my shoulders. Like, as a woman, you have to carry them. I don't want to do that. Just because I'm a woman, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be the one to say that, oh, you come home at 5 and, well, the sun will come home at 10 p.m. I'm the same. I'm your child. You made me. So I told my parents that I'm actually the one educating you. You don't know how to treat me. So I'm gonna educate you. Educate? I don't know if my pronunciation is good. Yeah, literally, I told them that. And now I understand that it's actually like that. It's your child teaches you how you should treat him. And here I am not saying for children that lay on the ground and they are like, "Ah!" And parents are like, yes, sweetie. I'm not saying about that. But I am saying that on the sense, and each child, I understood that teaches you how you should treat them, because in my case, every child is different. Each one of us is different. 6 children, 2 parents, all of them are different personalities, but we are also very similar. And now I understand that it's actually like that. You should learn your way with every child. And it might happen, I'm not a parent, but it might happen that I know people that first child is like, oh, sunshine and butterfly and very mature. You can tell that not mature. You can tell that they have a deep sense of calmness. And second or third child is like, ah. So you should have your way with each one of them. To go back to free will. I used to think that we are a product of circumstances. I used to believe this thing, and I still believe that we are a product of circumstances until a certain age. Until a certain age, because you have always in your hand the fact of choosing to see things in the right way, on the right way for you, because apparently there is no right and wrong. But you have on your own hands your perspective, and your perspective makes your whole point of view. And I say we are a product of circumstances because what is the luck that I was born in a fucking country? I was born on the middle of the mountains, by the way. Even in my passport, it's like a village that even people in my country don't know. So I'm so grateful for that, by the way. And so what are the odds that I was born in a country that is not the richest and all of this, but at the end of the day I don't have war. I have to work hard for my living, like many of my patriots, many of people that were born and raised there. We have our own issues and blah blah blah, but what are the odds that I was born there and I wasn't born in Palestine, or I wasn't born in Congo, or I wasn't born in Sudan, or so what are the odds that I was born there? Because sometimes I think that we fucking complain for nothing. We complain for nothing because I'm healthy. I have both hands, both arms. I have a healthy mind. I can go there and change things for myself. And yes, it was hard. Also for me, it was hard to earn the ability to do a life for myself, because I earned it. No one gave it to me. No, take it here. No, I earned it. I earned it through nights of tears and fucking yelling for years in a row. So I earned it. But I still had the chance to earn it. While I could have been in a country, I could have been born in a country that I wouldn't even had the chance of earning it, or the chance of understanding that actually there is another way of living. There is another way of living without the need to be without the need to suffer all the time. There is another way of doing life. Ooh, that's heavy. That's heavy. I swear to God, that's heavy. So that's why I say that, do we have free will? That's why I think, and I don't have the answer for that. I don't have the answer for that. I don't know what is the answer. I don't know what's the answer. Because what's the free will in case that now I do have free will to a certain extent. That's very confusing. You see, that's very confusing because there are always other points of view. There are always other points of view. This topic is so interesting. It makes me excited. And when I'm excited, I have a heat in my womb. I'm like, I have to figure this thing out. Girl, Ouch. I'm lucky. I feel lucky. I feel lucky. I feel lucky. Because what are the odds again? I also say that this life, and I don't know where this knowledge came to me from where, but I feel like my higher self, it always guides me, and I say that this life I came here to fulfill my destiny. I came here for, I didn't come here just to pass by as a person. Maybe this is my ego, I'm not sure, but I genuinely feel that like I came here to leave a mark, to fix something in this world. It might be something, that thing, it doesn't have to be 10 billions of people. No, it might be also 10 lives that I made them better in a way or another. So I don't know my path exactly, but I know that that's my path. Ah, that's. I, I came here for that. I came here for that. I came here for that. Yeah. This life is going to be a good one. This life is going to be a good one. I have no idea what the other lives were, but this one is going to be a good one. And sometimes it's just a decision. Sometimes it's just a decision, and sometimes it's just you willing to see life from a different lens. Yeah, my life definitely wasn't easy, especially as a child. It wasn't easy. I everything was not easy. Then you grow up, and I was lucky enough for God, universe, the source to put into my life people that sent me more and more towards myself, more and more towards my path. I'm thankful for that. I can't express with words how thankful I am. Because you can forget so easily. It's like this. You have a calling to go towards yourself, and in case that you will not listen to that calling, you will forget it. It will go, you will forget. It will go. And how I know that I will forget? I am gonna tell you examples how I forgot. There was a time that I had to take my driving license. I just didn't went when I should have gone. I forgot. It's like to have a thought to say it for 2 weeks in a row. I want to do my driving license, to never go, and then your sister asks you a year after, "Did you get the driving license?" And you're like, "I forgot to do my driving license." And then you go to do the driving license. The time isn't right. Your time has gone, and you end up not doing your driving license because the situation where you are right now is not right for you to do the driving license. And I can give you plenty of examples like this, when the time it wasn't just right, and if you don't take the call that it comes to you for something even small. I just started not now, but at the beginning I was practicing with small things. Small things. Because if you don't listen to the small things, how you are going to listen to big things? How you are going to listen to yourself when it's going to call you for big things? When it's giving you signs that you actually should take this path, because you should train yourself on listening to yourself, what yourself is going to say. Ah, that's a good talk. I love this talk. I'm so glad that I got up from my bed and I took this thing to talk. I hope that my face is on the center, because this is my fear every time since I film with my back side of my iPhone. Anyways, have a great week ahead. I'm gonna do my best to finish things on time, things that I have to finish. I'm gonna do my best with that. Sometimes I just want to procrastinate. I just want to fucking do nothing and feel guilty about it. But I cannot allow myself to do that. That's why I push myself to do things. I send you lots of love, no hugs. And have a great week ahead. And thank you for listening, as always.